Hi there, and welcome to another progressive desk assembly video. Here we have the Solo Ryzer, the most popular desk in our range. It has a 3-stage leg design with dual motors and is compatible with most of our tabletops. You can pick your desired tabletop based on the color and size that you need. The first step is to unpack the box and lay the components out in front of you. Separate the end frames to locate the center rails inside. Attach the legs to the crossbar using 4 machine screws, which are the M6x14 machine screws. Rotate each screw with an Allen wrench and tighten until secure. Repeat this process for both legs. Once you're done, slide a side bracket into the frame end and then insert 2 machine screws, which are the M6x35 machine screws, through the 2 holes at the top of the side bracket. Tighten them with an Allen wrench until they're fully secure. Repeat this process for both legs. Ensure the slots are in the center rails are facing inward and are closer to the top edge. Slide the center rails into the frame ends of the first frame. Bridge the 2 main desk legs together by sliding the center rails into the brackets. So now we have the foundation of our desk. But before we can flip it over, we'll go ahead and install each foot. Each foot has pre-installed adjustable glides, so this will help with uneven surfaces if you have them in your home. We're going to use 4 of the M6x14 machine screws for each foot. So here, line up the foot with the holes on the top of the leg, and then install them in a cross pattern. This will ensure that it's evenly tightened. And again, once all screws are tightened, go back and double check. All right, this one's secure. We'll go ahead and move on to the second. We'll take the last 4 M6x14 machine screws. So just like the other foot, we're going to install the screws in the same cross pattern to ensure that it's fully secure here. Here, we're able to adjust the width of the table frame. This will be dependent on your tabletop that you use. From here, we'll use 8 M6x10 machine screws. These are perfect for just tightening against the center rails, and they'll be able to lock your desk into place. And same with everything else. Install these lightly, just using the strength of your hand, and then going back and tightening it with your Allen wrench. Now I'm going to leave these just a little bit loose until I have the table frame installed onto the tabletop, just to ensure that any holes that are on the pre-drilled hole tabletop line up correctly. So as you can see with this tabletop, we have pre-drilled holes that make installation very easy. We recommend having 2 people lift this tabletop onto the frame, or you can lift on one side at a time. So I'm going to loosen the center rail hardware so I can align the tabletop frame with the tabletop itself. And once it's all lined up, I'll go ahead and use the included Allen wrench to tighten up the center rail hardware. And here we have the tabletop hardware that's included with all progressive desk tabletops. And the good thing about this one is, just in case you misplace your other Allen wrench, this one comes with a spare. So we're going to install this hardware onto 7 locations, 2 for each side bracket, and then 3 along the center line. And you should be able to tighten these all the way down into the pre-drilled threaded holes on the tabletop. At this stage, our foundation is complete, and we'll begin wiring all the electronics together. We'll start with the control box. Here there's going to be 2 slots to fit right into the control panel. Go ahead and install one leg into the M2 port of the control box, and the other leg into the M1 port of the control box. Once each leg is installed, go ahead and install the remote onto the side of the tabletop that you'd like. So the way that you can know the right side of the tabletop to install it on is going to be opposite the grommet hole here. This is at the back of your tabletop. So you're going to take the two S5 by 15 screws and install it into the remote. It may be even easier to pre-drill holes to make installation a bit easier. Now, just in case you're using a larger tabletop, each tabletop comes with one AC25 extension cable. This will allow an extension from one of the legs back to the control box. For this tabletop, we won't need this. We'll take the table remote cable, we're going to swing it around and plug it right into the HS port. That should click right into place. And finally, we have the AC power cord. This cable will plug right into the AC port of the control box. With each desk comes 10 of these adhesive cable clips that you can stick to the underside of your desk to clean up this wire clutter. So what I'm doing is sticking it directly to the frame. The reason for this is if I were to change tabletops in the future, my cable clips would stay with the frame and to complete the cable management instead of going off with that tabletop I'm no longer using. Then pulling the cable right through and pulling the tab. Now this cable's secure. So grab a friend, we're gonna tip it over. Before using the tabletop, we'll have to plug it in and go ahead and do a reset procedure. Now to do the reset procedure, we're gonna hold down on the remote. We're gonna keep holding down until ASR shows up on the tabletop remote. So this is the automatic synchronization reset procedure. Go ahead and release, press and hold again. The table will retract fully before bumping up 7 millimeters. This will indicate the reset procedure has completed. This remote also comes with 4 available memory positioning settings. To set each setting, raise your desk or lower your desk to your preferred height. Press the memory button, followed by 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'll go ahead and save one more position to number 2. If I want to return back to number 1, simply just press number 1. This remote also comes with a convenient USB port on the side of the remote for any additional charging accessories you may have. You can also outfit your tabletop with any grommet that we have in our online store. For this one, we have an AC power grommet. This comes with 2 AC power outlets as well as 2 5-amp USB ports. Just slide it into place and lock it down with the included ring. So this grommet is now fully installed, and there you have it. You're ready to sit or stand at your very own progressive desk. And thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out more smart furniture and home office content.